It is 20 days to the 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections. Good afternoon and welcome to Joy Newsroom. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125 across all our social media handles. We are Joy News on TV. Coming up within the next 60 minutes, Ghana National Fire Service records 4,650 fires from January to September 2024, a 3.17 increase in fire incidents recorded within the same period last year. We will engage the fire service, which is advocating for the public to take preventive measures to curb fire-related emergencies. Also coming up, leading member of the NPP, Dr. Tony Aidoo, worries that the Supreme Court appears to be steadily chipping at Parliament, breaching the principles of separation of powers.
The Supreme Court is steadily and systematically chipping away at Parliament and breaching the principle of separation of powers.
We have details as he opines the Supreme Court should have referred Afenyo Markin's case to the Tribunal of Facts. Plus, hear from the Director of Legal Affairs for the New Patriotic Party, Gary Nimaku, who is urging the leadership of Parliament to put aside the legalities and return to the negotiation table.
Let's relegate the legalities now to the background a bit. You see, we started this thing, and sometimes lawyers can create confusion and they can put clients in different perspectives.
And later, we'll take you to Good Park near Accra Mall for the final day of Joy Prime's Made in Ghana Fair. Exhibitors are offering mouth-watering discounts. You need to be there. My name is Faustina Safo. Take a seat. Be my guest. We are your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. Now we start with the Ghana National Fire Service because they have recorded a 3.17% increase in fire incidents from January to September 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. In all, 4,650 fires were recorded this year, up from 4,507 in 2023, reflecting a marked increase in the incidence of fire-related emergencies. The major causes of these outbreaks during the period were electrical faults, the improper use of LPG, indiscriminate burning of refuse and bushes, as well as the misuse of naked flames such as mosquito coil, candles and lighters. The Ghana National Fire Service, they want the public to take preventive measures to curb these increased fire risks, such as incidents that have continuously posed serious threats to life, property and the environment. Well, member of the PR team of the Ghana National Fire Service, Alex Kingnate, joins me live with a breakdown of the monthly fire incidents. Thank you so much for your time here on Joy Newsroom. Now, we recorded more fire incidents in February, 917 to be precise, as compared to 728 incidents recorded last year. Explain why exactly. Alex, you have to unmute for me to hear you clearly.
Okay, so good afternoon to yourself and to your viewers.
Good afternoon.
The fires has been a worrying trend. So a little bit of correction, it's 3.71% increase in fires. And as a service, it's a worrying trend. Every month presents its own peculiar rate of fires. Contrary to what people think, we record a lot of fires during the rainy season. A lot of domestic fires are even recorded during the rainy seasons because, one, we record a lot of electrical fires as a result of electric poles, meters catching fire. We also record, since when it's a rainy season, people tend to other means to try and keep themselves warm, which including the use of kettles, including the use of other means to be able to keep themselves warm. And if proper measures are not adhered to, can start fires. So every month presents its opportunities that present the fires. And also the fact that different types of fires, as per your statistics, or per the statistics we gave you, you realize that domestic fires, that's fires involving homes, tops the fires.
We'll come back to the type of fires, but I want you to, first of all, give me a breakdown of the incidents recorded monthly. Let's start from January till date. How many cases have you recorded in January till this month?
Well, till this month, we've hit well over 6,000 fires, and we are hoping that the statistics, the figures will come down as we've intensified our education. The unfortunate thing is that as a service, we are committed to sensitizing people. We've stepped up our game, but then the non-compliance or non-adherence to the messages that we churn out to people become a problem, because then people have a nonchalant attitude towards the fires as compared to the way they prioritize their security. And so that's been one of the things that has really been a worry, a matter of worry for us. We realize that electrical supply has not really been stable for some time, and that also accounts for some of these fires that record. So unstable electricity is also a causative factor, because when the lights go off and it's coming back, it comes back with a certain force. So this force can cause power fluctuations.
Now let me take you back, because I can see in the data you provided to us that domestic fires, they accounted for the highest proportion of incidents. Walk us through the figures and explain why exactly that is the case.
So with domestic fires recorded, as you rightfully said, it tops the list. And so as I was saying, most of the time, the things that account for fires in our homes is one, negligence; two, the improper use of LPGs, the indiscriminate burning. People tend to burn indiscriminately, be it their refuse, be it any other burning. They tend to indiscriminately burn it. Even improper handling of LPG gas is a factor that accounts for fires at homes. So there are common things that people do without realizing the risk they are putting themselves into. People running their cables under carpets. That's a very wrong move that can cause fires. People filling their gas and immediately they get home, not waiting for a while, but just immediately putting on the fire, engaging the gas can start fires. Also, when people we all know that sometimes the light goes on and off. And so when people tend to sleep and the lights are off, they sometimes want to put on their air conditions or put on their fans so that when the lights come back on, they are notified. But then that's why I said that when this power comes back on, it comes with a certain force. And so if you don't take care, there's also the issue of overloading of sockets. You realize that at home, someone might load a lot of sockets in their, they might load their sockets with a lot of gadgets. One socket can probably house a TV, a fridge, any other heater, and these things all come with their own electrical demand. You can't, they have their specification. So once you are overloading the sockets, that's a certain limit. You are overstretching it, and then can cause it to heat and start a fire. So once the fire starts and it's close to any combustible material or any fuel can be wood, it can be materials, it can even be your chair. So once it's close to any combustible material, then you fed it to more fuel to be able to start fires.
Now, before we wrap up the conversation, I just wanted to get updates. We recorded a new fire incident at Circle Odona this week. What's the update when it comes to your investigation as to the cause of the inferno?
Well, fires like that take a while to be able to investigate. We look at every possible angles, realize that especially, as I said, so the preliminary investigations, we've concluded that it could be, again, indiscriminate burning. This is an area that's known for, prostitutes and other miscreants, people who smoke. And so it could be anything from indiscriminate disposal of cigarette butt. Someone could have probably smoked them indiscriminately, threw the cigarette somewhere that could have smoldered, taken its time to smolder and then start a fire. So these are all possible outcomes or possible causes that we are looking at to make sure that we're able to come up with a conclusive investigation. So we are still investigating, and it's better, it's better we delay than to come up with a questionable investigation. So we are on it.
Thank you, Alex Kingnate. He's member of the PR team for the Ghana National Fire Service. Now, away from that to other stories that we have lined up for you. You can share your thoughts on that story. We are live on all our social media handles. We are Joy News on TV. Now, the Director of Legal Affairs for the New Patriotic Party, Gary Nimaku Esquire, has urged the leadership of Parliament to put aside the legalities and return to the negotiation table. According to him, the ongoing stalemate in Parliament can only be resolved through consensus building. As you may be aware, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Babing, has adjourned sitting indefinitely, with the Supreme Court ruling that the Speaker's declaration of the 4 seats as vacant is simply unconstitutional. Now, many have set their gaze on the leadership of the House, wondering what exactly would happen next. Gary Nimaku is confident that only dialogue can solve the impasse in Parliament. He spoke on Newsfile.
For me, where we are, let's relegate the legalists now to the background a bit. You see, we started this thing, and sometimes lawyers can create confusion and they can put clients in different perspectives. This is a matter of national importance. I will advise at this stage, let's put the law aside. And I said it here before, there has to be this serious engagement. Both the minority side, the Speaker and leadership should engage. There should be engagement.
Right.
We have few months into elections, few days into elections, and we have few months into the end of the lifetime of the government in this term. So I think that government business must run. Between now to January 7th, it must run. Let's hold this legalists and this court thing. Let's go to the table, have a discussion, because with a banter in court and filing and service and all these things, I think at this stage, everybody must hold his hands. Majority, minority must hold their hands. There should be serious engagement in the room, backdoor discussions to find a solution to this problem.
A leading member of the NPP, Dr. Tony Aidoo, is of the opinion that the Supreme Court should have referred the case to the Tribunal of Facts. He's worried that the Supreme Court appears to be steadily chipping away at Parliament and breaching the principles of separation of powers. He also spoke on Newsfile.
Since 1975, the House of Lords in the UK decided that the appropriate means of purposive interpretation is to go to the source of the legislation. The Constitution was forged by Consultative Assembly. The Hansard showing the debate that went on. Therefore, the purpose for the provisions in question are clear. What the Supreme Court should have done, if they wanted to adopt a purposive interpretation, was to refer to the Hansard. You don't sit down and use a literal interpretation which will color the purpose.
We have a minute to go. What does the Hansard say?
During the debate, we intended that the interests of the constituents must be protected on the basis of what the MP presented to them. And therefore, if the MP decides to cross carpet, he is automatically out. This was a case that should have gone to the Tribunal of Facts rather than to interpretation. You see, the effect is that the Supreme Court is steadily and systematically chipping away at Parliament and breaching the principle of separation of powers. Very soon, we will have a situation where the Supreme Court erroneously put itself as supra-constitutional body, and it does not have the right to do that.
Still in Parliament, the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Aidoo, has instructed the party members of Parliament to boycott any emergency recall of Parliament, claiming such sessions are aimed at advancing corrupt agendas. Speaking to supporters in the Western region on Saturday, November 16, Aidoo alleged that with the 2024 general election fast approaching, the majority caucus has no genuine justification for reconvening Parliament other than to pursue dubious objectives.
If the MPP initiates another parliamentary recall, no NDC MP will honor it. No business before Parliament can be described as emergency.
Emergency behind you. Yes, Parliament, you know. Now I'm going to continue a dream dear. One more dear, and fear watching you and me one more.
Clearly, the MPP wants to pursue a corrupt agenda, and they appear not to be satisfied with the corruption they have pursued in the last 8 years. They want to use the last few weeks left to undertake corrupt activities, and so the judges can say whatever they want, but we will use parliamentary laws to do business. If Parliament is undermined, democracy will cease to exist.
The Parliament, who we keep Parliament here, let's just say democracy no higher. I told you, young Tracy, yet the Moja and the IG Parliament, yes, you are. IG democracy, yes, you are. Young Tracy, my back for a mean for me, and the Charin Macassa, or the young Yama, I say democracy. And she now, and she chair.
And that takes us right into our election headquarters. Election headquarters is brought to you by Potential Real Estate, your trusted partner in real estate, Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, also the American Institute of Certified Professional Accountants, AICPA, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, Chopbox Technologies, a convenience service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development. Well, the Electoral Commission has destroyed ballot papers that was set to go to the Ahafo region. They destroyed that yesterday after spotting anomalies in the ballot paper that was set to go to the Ahafo and Volta region. Well, my colleague Elton Brobe has been reading that statement put out by the Electoral Commission. Elton joins us live with details. Elton, what exactly did they say? Well, Elton, I can't seem to hear you, but that statement is coming up on your screen shortly, just giving you updates as to why exactly the Electoral Commission shredded those documents, the ballot papers. They were headed for the Volta and Ahafo region. Yesterday, we told you they had spotted some anomalies in the serialization of the ballot papers, and that's on your screen right now, the statement from the Electoral Commission. Yesterday, they clarified in their statement that they spotted these anomalies by themselves, not the NDC's complaint, as the NDC made us believe and put out. So that's the statement on your screens now from the Electoral Commission. It says that yesterday, Saturday, 16th of November 2024, a quantity of electoral materials for the Ahafo and Volta regions were burnt. The destroyed materials were made up of excess scrap ballot papers, and this was used for printing of the presidential and parliamentary ballots for the Ahafo and Volta regions. The destruction done through burning was witnessed by the agents of the political parties, the National Intelligence Bureau, the National Security, Ghana Police Service, the Electoral Commission, And the Commission will today, Sunday, 17th of November 2024, account for all the ballot papers printed for both regions, which will be burnt subsequently due to challenges with the serial numbers. Well, let me bring in Elton Brobe at this point, just to give us a wrap of some of the key things. I'm hoping I have better connection now to Elton Brobe. Elton, we're just seeing from that statement from the Electoral Commission, giving us details that indeed the agents of the political parties were present there. Tell us more.
So, first, you can remember that yesterday the EC issued a statement where it says that it took a decision to reprint ballot papers for the Ahafo and Volta regions. And this, according to them, was based on the Commission's own audit process instituted at all printing houses responsible for the printing of ballot papers for the 2024 elections. And according to the EC, their audit revealed that the printing house that was printing the ballot for Ahafo and Volta had encountered a number of challenges. And whilst the printing of the ballot had gone on seamlessly, the serialization, which was supposed to be done through an automated system to provide serial numbers based on the sequence, had gaps. And as a result, a manual system was adopted by the printing house to fill the gaps. Now, they say that upon further assessment, the Commission decided that the manual system was not proof and could therefore not be relied upon to produce an accurate serialization of the ballot. In the light of this, the Commission took the decision to reprint the ballot papers and inform the political parties at an emergency IPAC meeting on Friday. The reprinting of the ballot papers for the Ahafo region for the EC will be undertaken by back press and as commercials, respectively. And as has always been the case, the affected ballots will be shredded and incinerated, and that is banned. Both activities will be witnessed by agents of the political parties, and a destruction certificate will be issued thereafter. Now, this afternoon, what the EC has updated the public is that yesterday, Saturday, 16 September, a quantity of electoral materials for the Ahafo and Volta regions were burnt. The destroyed materials were made up of excess scrap ballot papers and plates used for the printing of the presidential and parliamentary ballots for the Ahafo and Volta regions. The destruction was done through burning and was witnessed by the agents of the political parties, the National Intelligence Bureau, National Security, Ghana Police, and Electoral Commission. The Commission, today, Sunday, account for all the ballot papers printed for both regions, which will be burnt subsequently due to challenges with the serial numbers. The Commission will inform the political parties and other stakeholders in due course to enable them observe the destruction of these ballot papers. And they've attached the certificate of disposal, and this is signed by almost all the political parties and other individuals present during the burning of the ballot papers.
Thank you, Elton Brobe, Joy News editor, for joining us here on Joy Newsroom. Now, still on the campaign trail, wife of Ghana's Vice President Hajia Samira Bawumia has donated medical supplies and equipment worth thousands of dollars to the Techiman Holy Family Hospital to facilitate quality healthcare delivery and avoid preventable deaths at the facility. The donation was made through the Samira Empowerment and Humanitarian Projects, and it forms part of her 2-day visit to the Bono East region to solicit support for MPP flag bearer Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And Sabit has more in this report.
Hajia Samira Bawumia, wife of Ghana's Vice President, as part of her tour of the Bono East region, donated a large consignment of surgical and medical supplies to the Holy Family Hospital worth thousands of US dollars. The items, which includes boxes of cannulas, laboratory freezers, pulse oximeter and minor surgical and OPD equipments, monitors, suction devices, syringe pumps, wheelchairs, amongst others, is to help improve healthcare delivery in the Techiman metropolis and the region at large.
The Samira Empowerment and Humanitarian Projects, and we take care of education, women's empowerment, and health. So we provide health facilities with critical equipment and consumables. You see, they are supporting a Jumapa body. And then, the Nyoma Bebre, Eddie Abremo, Holy Family for me, say Moye Jumade, Yakupon, or Shramunina. The Nyoma Yedia by Yedibe Somas name, Yedibe Buamo. Not teach you patients are air banswa or money be. Eshremo mumfa nneɛma no ɛnhwɛ mu sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a obi ni sika mpo a onim sɛ obenya quality health care mota edema omono.
She was, however, quick to admonish the facility to make good use of the supplies and equipments and thank them for their selfless services to patients across the area.
Holy Family Hospital, Techiman. Yadia Bremo, Yenimsemo Betsmia use it is for the benefit of the staff and patients of this hospital. Thank you so much, and God bless you for all your hard work, all your dedication. You are truly the heroes of this country, and I believe this donation will go a long way in providing even better quality care for the people of Techiman and its environs. God bless you.
Receiving the items on behalf of the facility, clinical coordinator and senior pediatrician at the Holy Family Hospital, Dr. Jacqueline Japoma Asibe, was thankful to the second lady for the gesture and noted that the equipment would complement quality health care to patients, particularly in maternal and child health.
We are grateful to Honorable Samira Baumia and team for these gifts, because we have everything. We have from disposable items, and then we have good equipment. Ventilator is something we really need. The whole hospital has 3, and we are getting more. The oxygen, mobile oxygen cylinders, everything is going to improve on the quality of care for our patients, especially in maternal and child health. We are grateful to her, and we wish them the best. They will get more to continue to support us.
Minister for Local Government and Rural Development and MP for Techiman South, Martin J. Mensah Kosa, appealed to the people to show their appreciation by voting for Dr. Baumia and the NPP to help accelerate development in the country. Mrs. Samira Baumia also paid a courtesy call on the Nananum of the Techiman Traditional Council, where she assured the traditional authorities of government's support towards bringing development to the area. Reporting for Joy News, Anas Sabit, Techiman.
The Deputy National Communications Officer of the NDC, Malik Basintale, has called on the people of the northern region to vote against the New Patriotic Party for failing to honor their promises to address the Yendi and Tamale water crisis. Speaking to constituents as part of his campaign tour of the area, he said not only did the MPP fail to construct the water projects, they also failed to honor their pledge to the overlord of Dagbon to build an airstrip in Yendi.
The SDD leg race first converged at the forecourt of the Upper West Regional Region Council, where they were addressed by their leadership before they embarked on the street and market.
The NDC Deputy Communication Officer is leading a team to tour the northern region soliciting votes ahead of the December polls. He paid a courtesy call on the overlord of the
SDD leg race first converged at the forecourt of the Upper West Regional Region Council, where they were addressed by their leadership before they embarked on the street and market campaigns. Convener and coordinator of progressive intellectuals led the charge.
Is to say that enough is enough of the lame duck regime. You all know that the economy is in shambles. The economy is ailing. The economy is sick.
It's dead.
We are aware.
I'd like to apologize for that mix-up, but let's take you back to that report we wanted to bring you. Malik Basintale engaging constituents in the northern region as part of this tour of the area. Let's listen.
The NDC Deputy Communication Officer is leading a team to tour the northern region soliciting votes ahead of the December polls. He paid a courtesy call on the overlord of Dagbon, Yana Abukari II, and met with some other groups. Addressing a gathering in Yendi, Mr. Basintale said, contrary to assertions by the running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh, that the people of the area vote Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, they would rather vote him out for their failed promises.
2 weeks ago, the running mate of the NPP, Napo, visited the overlord of Dagon Kingdom. And when he came, he made a statement. That statement was that if you are a Muslim or you are a Dagomba and you vote for the NDC or John Mahama, God will punish you. Aidoo, I am standing here to tell him that in the olden days, when you go to the south and finally become mad, they bring you to Dagon Kingdom to treat you. Aidoo. So I am very surprised that Ndanyana did not treat him when he came to the palace there. Ndanyana is aware that it was the NDC that built the Tamale International Airport. You know, so Ndanyana knows that it was the NDC that asphalted the Eastern Corridor Road. You know, so Ndanyana knows that it is the NDC that expanded the Tamale Teaching Hospital. You know, so. But what Ndanyana also knows is that it was Bawulaya who promised to build an agric university in Yendi and didn't build it for Yendi. Ndanyana knows that it was Bawulaya who promised to give the people of Yendi water and didn't give them water. It was Bawulaya who promised the people of Yendi an airstrip and didn't deliver it. Ndanyana knows.
The NDC parliamentary candidate for Yendi, Alhassan Abdul Fattah, said the victory of the NDC in Yendi is guaranteed.
We are sending a strong message to NPP, both within Yendi and outside Yendi, that inshallah, the victory of John Mahama, as we all know, has already been guaranteed. But what we are working on is to deliver the Yendi seat to be part of the very first seats that will be counted on the 9th, on the 9th of the 7th of December 2024. And we are assuring all young men and women in Yendi that inshallah you are going to get a very quality representative. You are not going to have somebody who will deliver you an eyesore administration.
On the campaign trail, let's take you now to the Upper West region, where some lecturers of the Simon Dedong University of Business and Integrated Development Studies have shown their support behind John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, embarking on a street and market voter education campaign aimed at returning the party to power. Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports for more.
The SDD Nubes leg race first converged at the forecourt of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council, where they will address by their leadership before they embark on the street and market campaigns. Convener and coordinator of Progressive Intellectuals, PI, Aidoo Bates, Professor Elijah Yandao, led the charge.
Is to say that enough is enough of the lame duck regime. You all know that the economy is in shambles. The economy is ailing. The economy is sick.
It's dead.
We are aware the promises the NPP made to Ghanaians. It is just unconscionable to think that a party that has served this nation for good 8 years will think that Ghanaians are just so naive, they are fools to give them another mandate for another 4 years of economic stagnation. So what we are saying is that let's come together and kick this lame duck government out of what? Power.
They averred that a lot of flowery statements and lies were created by the MPP to paint John Dramani Mahama black and incompetent, making them to win political power. They posited that 8 years down the lane, they are not going to behave like ivory towers and are prepared to extricate the people from economic quagmire and servitude they have been subjected to over the years.
If you travel along the length and breadth of this country, particularly you are talking about the roads, you feel very sad for Ghana. Development is actually built upon what? Infrastructure. If we are talking about any other development, is it the social or the economic development, it must be built on what? Infrastructure development. But this government has woefully failed Ghanaians. So there is so much. In fact, they don't even have the foundation to say Mahama didn't do well.
All about family.
For me, Mahama was quietly exited, or he quietly exited the scene just for to allow Ghanaians to make the comparison for themselves. The time is up now for us to make the comparisons. And nobody can even belabor the point that these guys don't even have anything to show for the past 8 good years that they have been in power as compared to the 4 years of John Dramani Mahama.
They believe that NDC took the city from 1 city to 4 cities. Yes, over 8 years, they added 3 cities. Over 8 years, how many of the cities have the NDC MPP added? And that's to tell you, these people, we can't believe them.
They held aloft several placards, some of whom read, MPP is synonymous with lies and 8 years of economic stagnation. They also projected policies from the NDC manifesto on rapid industrialization, job creation, no first-year academic fee policy, and the 24-hour economy.
The electors have hit the streets, they have hit the communities that are closer to the roads and also into the market. Currently, we are at the central business district of the Wa municipality, where they are educating the populace on the need to vote for John Dramani Mahama and the Wa Central Parliamentary candidate for NDC, Dr. Rashid Hassan Pelpo.
The plethora of lecturers and administrators engage and educate voters on the shoulders of the road, visit some shops, and also at the Wa Daily Market and Kejetia. They also engage motorists at the Wa main traffic light at Saperi, urging them to allow the MPP to receive them with their lies.
8 years of suffering. 8 years of suffering.
They harbor bomb into one key notable personality who is vehemently opposed to their views on the elections. Wa Municipal Chief Executive Isaku Tahir Momin. Their engagement was a friendly banter.
The electors are saying that what the MPP has promised the people of this country, they have not gotten it, and so they think that Mahama will be a better option for this country than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
The program rolled out at Wa by the SDDU lecturers and administrators is a sequel to similar events held by colleagues at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, University for Development Studies, and University of Ghana.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam, Wa.
Away from the NDC, the 276 tour team by the new force made its way to Swedro in the central region, where in his address, Kwame Bediako said that he does not represent any political party, neither is the new force a political party, but a forceful movement demoralizing the political system that has caused hardship, economic decline and sleepless nights for the people of Ghana. Well, he is hopeful that the people would remember to vote him in and not just remember his T-shirts, but use his T-shirts as a message for them to transform their own town.
I am here and I stand for Ghana. I do not stand for a party. The new force is not a party. The new force is a forceful movement to demoralize all these parties. Parties now, Omajimo Masum free Mohano. Parties now, Omajimo economies free Mohano. Those leaders are not leaders out of this 276. No. I had to stop here. Now it's a semi-general. Now I'm semi-free here. And your T-shirt I'm the man I've been coming. Name Obe Kaisa Babrubi. Abahano Kachrewo. Or Kachrewo say. Use your thumb. For Kokomochino. Mufandi Side Bibi. Namufandi Sakrono. You will remember this moment. Say me and me buy and me and me Kachrewo. So why you want to hear? Ubebre, Mrs. Someone you want to hear? Mubebre, Mumbebre, because near you Ghana for Omudadamo. Missy Mugoda, Yadiama on team for Mukoko abontin fo no mo befa ansa na monya bibie di wom. Bibie ni wa aban abetimi aye after Kwame Nkrumah. I be Ghana economy. The only way out is industrialization, and I brought it to you. Mrs. A, I have brought you the industrialization.
Well, if you are a lover of fresh tilapia, then you need to feed your taste buds by visiting the Good Park at Accra Mall, where Volta catches offering patrons the opportunity to buy in bulk at affordable prices or opt for the point and kill, my favorite. That experience is on standby for you, and you can watch them grill it for you on site. This is the last chance you have to experience Joy Prime's Made in Ghana Fair. Over 80 Ghanaian businesses, they are showcasing their incredible variety of local products, from food, clothing and art, you name it. My colleague Samuel Kojo is there for us. Samuel, I can't wait to be there with you.
Here at the Good Park at the Accra Mall. If you're not here, you're missing out. You need to be here, because from what you wear to what you eat, all of it is captured here, or is being exhibited here. So from Jat Cooter to New Age Agri Solutions that produces FVV rice. So if you want FVV rice, come by, you get some. We have people who are exhibiting clothing, people who are exhibiting mosquito coil, people who are exhibiting electronic cars. So just come around and have a feel of what's happening here. You can be able to buy anything. Let me try and speak to some of the people here, and then you'll see what's happening. Okay, let me speak to you, Letitia. This is Letitia. She works for New Age, the producers of FVV. Letitia, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
How has the exhibition been for you?
Oh, it's been so good. We've been getting people coming in. Those who have not heard of the rice before, so when you give them something to taste, they start to just buy. So it's like, it's going well, yeah.
Have you made sales?
Yeah, we've made sales. From Thursday, it was a bit slow, but now the sales, they are picking up, yeah.
Is this something you will come again next year?
Oh yeah, sure, we'll come again next year. We'll be here next year.
Okay. So what do you tell those who are out, those who are yet to come in?
So all those outside, you make your way to Good Park. We are here with every rice for you. Come and purchase your Christmas rice now at a very affordable price. Yeah, and we have some for tasting too, so have it. Yeah.
Okay, so there you have it. Let's try and speak to Cora and see what they are up to. I think they are into electronics, so let's catch them up and speak to one or two. Okay, so let me speak to this beauty here. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, you want me to speak to him? Okay, Chief, how are you?
I'm doing good.
So let us know, what do you do?
Okay, so Cora Wearables is a smart accessories brand. So we're into smartwatches, earbuds, power banks, and Bluetooth speakers. Basically everything smart accessories.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, why should I come for Cora?
Well, it's affordable. The quality is solid. You have 1 year warranty, and you have free delivery everywhere, even in the corner of Boku. We can deliver to you.
Really? So if I buy in Boko, free delivery, I won't pay for it?
No, you're not paying for it. Yes.
Any discount for those of us who come here?
Yeah, so for now, and even the month of November, we are running a 15% discount on all our products.
Yes. So that's for Cora. Come by and get yourself in it. But run us through, what do you have? What are the wearables?
Okay, so wearables. So we start from here. So this is the type of our one of our earbuds. It's called the NovaPod. Then you also have the newly launched ZenPod, which is ENC, that's environmental noise cancellation. Then you have the ZenPod Pro, which is an advanced version, which basically has to do with the active noise cancellation. So then you do have our ultra fast chargers. You can charge your phone within 5 minutes actually. Yeah, and that's Afro Shots as well, one of our earbuds. So this is our wireless power bank called the Aidoo. Then we also have the other power banks. Then the smartwatches, which are newly launched. So you have the Connect 0.20 and the Neo. Yes.
Interesting. You have to be here to get one for yourself. Well, for those of you who are not here yet, please make your way to the good part because there's a lot on display.
Samuel, I am coming there in person because I want to visit voter catch stand for that point and kill experience. I can't wait to be there. You need to make your way to Good Park at Accra Mall. It's the final day of Joy Prime's Made in Ghana fair. You could see wonderful products there, all made in Ghana. Pass by, support Ghana, and let's make this happen. My name is Faustina Saf, and that's how I wrap up the bulletin. Up next is the law, and Samson is on standby. Please stay tuned in.